Hello, right, back again. This is just to point out something to do with some price increases and also a tip as well, which I've used before. Now, there is rumours and strong rumours that the RTX 5000 series, the super version, is going to get cancelled. I can definitely see that happening. They're having problems getting the correct DDR that they need for those cards. There is also the issue that the 5000s haven't sold as strong as what they wanted. They started off well, but then kind of plateaued out after a while. And there's also the thing of you're going to be looking at probably March 2026 for when the 6000 launch. I think that even if the Super comes out, it's too close to the 6000 launch. I just don't think it's going to pan out for them to. It's worthwhile to do. Plus, they're going to need what end of RAM they need. Probably that they would be using the Super. They're probably going to need it for the 6000. Maybe not the high end, but certainly the lower ones anyway. DDR memory prices are now on the uptake again. There's sometimes it's like a roller coaster depending on what year you're in. I've seen times where the prices are insanely low and it's half what the price of what I paid for mine, and then I've seen like a couple of months later it's double what I paid for mine. It's really quite annoying trying to keep a track of it and to know when is a good time to actually buy this stuff. It's on here you can actually look from June 2024 to the end, and one thing I did notice is that the prices seem to be affected more on the lower end DDR and then on the top end DDR the most. The ones in the middle are also affected, but it seems to be the lower end and the top end which is affected the most. I'm guessing the lower end because that is used in pre-built machines. They put this in your cheap and cheerful beginner PCs or these PCs that you're thinking you're getting a bargain, but if you actually look at the specs on some of them, they usually put in the weakest RAM that there is. So I'm guessing that's why there's such a big peak on this lower end, because it was used in pre-builds. And on the higher end, that goes without saying, that's for the gamers who have just bought their 3000, 4000 or 5000 series card and they want the sweet spot memory. For AMD, that's 6000. So as I go down these, you'll see that happening. So yeah, that's 3200. And then you can see a bit of a change in that one. Same again. But then it seems to like have a bit of a difference in the plateaus on there. Again. And as we get a bit further on to like what you'll class as gaming speed memory, you see where it's going to really climb at the end. And this is gamers, obviously getting it for all their top-end CPUs. So the 6000 are recommended for the 9000 X3D, those kind of chips. Unfortunately, it doesn't go any higher than that, so you can't see the Intel ones, which go into like your 7000, 8000 and stuff like that. But again, that's a very, very small selection of the market for those. AMD seem to be ruling the roost when it comes to CPUs. As to what to do if you're looking at buying DDR and GPU as well, especially if you're aiming for something for Christmas, whether it be a treat to yourself or whether it be a present for somebody as well, but you're unsure on how this is going to work. Is it going to really kick in and the price is just going to become insane, or is this just a manufactured thing where a month from now the prices will have dropped through the floor and you don't want to waste money? One of my recommendations, because I've done it before over the years, is I would find a reputable company that gives you a 30-day returns policy. So obviously my go-to is Amazon. And what I would do if something like this happened to myself is that I would look for that RAM off that GPU that you really want to be installing around about Christmas time, or if it's going to be a Christmas present. And I would buy it now and I would leave it sat in the box and I wouldn't touch it at all. And then what I'll do is you get closer to that 30-day cutoff for your returns is I'll check the prices again. If it is that all the prices have shot through the roof, just open it up or give it as your present. Job done. You saved yourself some money. Or if the prices have fell through the floor and it's now a lot cheaper and you're thinking, I paid more than what I should have done, you're within your 30 days and you can just return it back unopened. And again, you just save yourself some money in that way. It covers yourself both ways. Leading into Christmas, you don't want to be disappointed either to yourself, or if you're buying it for a present you said you were going to get, it just covers you. Now, it's not just Amazon, there's probably other places as well. It's just I know that Amazon's quite good at returning stuff, and it's easy. You just leave it in the box. It basically arrives in, and just take it, send it back as it come. You don't really have to worry anything about it. That would be my advice anyway. And it's certainly something which I've done over the years in the past, where I've maybe bought something and I wasn't too sure if the prices were going to go through the roof or not. I think 9 times out of 10 I've ended up keeping the item because the prices actually have gone up. But again, it's just another way of covering yourself. So if you are looking at getting a GPU or some RAM, be warned that things might be about to get even crazier. Anyway, bye.